I've never seen my mom not answer her phone.
Where are you? What are you doing? No response. Something wasn't right.
Deep in the sprawling heart of rural Michigan, life is supposed to be simple. It's a place where families work the same land for generations, where towns are tight-knit, and everybody knows your name. But, as we all know, beneath a tranquil surface, secrets can fester, growing darker in the shadows of the barns and silos that dot the landscape. For one family, that peaceful illusion was shattered forever. This is the story of a powerhouse businesswoman who built an empire from scratch, only to vanish from the very place she called home. It's a story about a family's unrelenting love, a community's growing suspicion, and a 3-year search that would end with a horrifying discovery hidden in plain sight. On a huge Michigan farm, a successful businesswoman seemed to have the perfect life. But after a heated argument with her husband, she disappeared without a trace. Her family's desperate search for answers would uncover a marriage poisoned by secrets and force an entire town to confront the darkness buried right under their noses.
Something's not right.
Something wasn't right.
My name is Zach Bach.
I am Raquel.
My mom was Dee Warner.
Sunday, April 25th, 2021, should have been just another Sunday in Lenawee County. Dee Warner was a force of nature. At 52, she was a mother, a grandmother, and a sharp entrepreneur who ran a successful trucking and farming operation with her husband, Dale. Her adult daughter, Raquel Bach, lived less than a mile away and came over to the family's Munger Road farm for their usual get-together. But when she arrived, the house was unnervingly quiet. Dee's car was in the driveway. Her purse was in the house, but Dee herself was gone. Raquel called and texted, but got no reply. For anyone who knew Dee, this was the first jarring alarm bell. Her phone was her lifeline to her kids and her businesses. Her daughter later said, "If my mom could glue her phone to her hand, she would." Panic quickly set in. Friends and family were called. They searched the property, but found nothing. Dee Warner, a woman known for her constant presence, had simply vanished. There was no sign of a struggle, no note left behind, and no digital footprint. Her phone, bank accounts, and social media all went silent and stayed that way. It was as if she had been erased. To the outside world, Dee and Dale Warner were a power couple. They had built their businesses together, buying up property and building a small fortune in the county. They were a local success story. But as investigators started peeling back the layers, a much more toxic picture came into focus. Friends and loved ones told police that the marriage was crumbling, especially in the months before she disappeared. They described a relationship scarred by extreme jealousy and control. Dee had confided in them that she was planning to leave Dale. Her kids would later testify that their mother was in an extremely toxic relationship.
He said that they had a little fight the night before, and she was all mad and she won't answer him now.
They claimed Dale stalked her, even putting a tracking device on her car to watch her every move. The fights were getting worse, and the tension inside their home had become unbearable. Dee's brother, Greg Hardy, saw the red flags. But like so many others, he didn't grasp how much danger his sister was truly in until it was too late. He described her as a fighter, a generous, hardworking woman who believed she could fix anything. Even, she might have thought, a broken and dangerous man. In a heartbreaking reflection, he later said, "She's probably dead because she thought she could fix this guy." The Lenawee County Sheriff's Office immediately launched a massive investigation. Search teams used everything they had, ATVs, K-9 units, and boots on the ground, to scour the Warners' huge properties and the surrounding farmland. Volunteers organized their own search parties, plastering missing person flyers all over the county. For 3 long, agonizing years, the family's pleas for answers echoed across the state, amplified by news reports and online true crime communities. Throughout it all, Dale Warner insisted he was innocent. He talked to the police multiple times and allowed them to search his properties. Through his lawyer, he repeatedly stated that he didn't harm his wife and had no idea where she was. Publicly, he was just a concerned husband, but Dee's family didn't buy it for a second. Her brother, Greg, was haunted by a suspicion that was as specific as it was chilling. He begged investigators to look closer at the farm equipment, specifically the large anhydrous ammonia tanks Dale used for the business. He couldn't shake a grim scenario from his mind. In the dark of night, in a building that had no cameras, slide her body in there, put the end cap back on it, and weld it completely shut, Greg explained. He theorized that the tank could then be repainted, slapped with a company logo, and hidden in plain sight among the rest of the fleet, a tomb disguised as just another piece of equipment. For 3 years, that theory was just a horrifying possibility in a case that had no body and no physical evidence of a crime. The investigation crawled on, but leads dried up. In a bold move for a no-body case, prosecutors charged Dale Warner with Dee's murder in November 2023, based on the circumstantial evidence they had. Still, Dee was missing, and then, on August 17, 2024, the search came to its horrific end. Acting on new information, Michigan State Police executed another search warrant, this time focusing on a property Dale Warner owned on Paragon Road, about 4 miles from the home where Dee was last seen. Inside a barn, they found it, an anhydrous tank. When they cut it open, Greg Hardy's worst fears were realized. Inside the resealed steel tank were the remains of Dee Warner. After more than 1,200 days of desperate searching, Dee had been found. Her death was quickly ruled a homicide, with the cause later confirmed as strangulation. The woman who had vanished was hidden just a few miles away the entire time, her body sealed in a man-made tomb. The discovery sent a shockwave through the community. Dale Warner, already facing a murder charge, was now confronted with the undeniable proof of his wife's fate. The legal battle escalated. In May 2025, his son from a previous marriage, Jaron Warner, who had been charged with tampering with evidence and being an accessory after the fact, had his charges dropped. Prosecutors said they were unable to locate a necessary witness, but noted that the charges could be refiled in the future. Dee's children, meanwhile, launched their own fight. They filed a $100 million wrongful death lawsuit against Dale, determined to stop him from profiting from their mother's estate. Their attorney, Todd Flood, made their goal perfectly clear. That money should not go to a killer. That money should go to the offspring. This civil suit came after the family had already endured a painful trial just to have Dee legally declared dead. A trial that took place while Dale allegedly knew exactly where her body was hidden all along. As the criminal case moves toward trial, Dale's defense attorneys have filed motions to have evidence suppressed and to move the trial to a different county, but those have been denied. The stage is now set for a final public reckoning. The murder trial of Dale Warner is scheduled to begin on January 27, 2026. He remains in jail, pleading not guilty. For Dee Warner's family, the upcoming trial is the last painful step in a long and torturous journey, a final push to get justice for the woman they loved so dearly. The story of what happened to Dee Warner is a chilling reminder of the secrets that can lie dormant behind a mask of success and normalcy. It's a testament to a family's unbreakable spirit in the face of unimaginable grief. They fought for 3 years just to find her, and now they fight for her memory. As the legal process finally moves forward, the question that hangs over the quiet fields of Lenawee County is one that haunts so many of these cases. How many cries for help go unheard? And how much darkness can hide in plain sight? What are your thoughts on the Dee Warner case? Join the discussion in the comments below. For more in-depth stories about the long and difficult pursuit of justice, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss an episode.